Hey guys, how's it going? So it's been 48 hours with the Surface Duo. In this video, I'm just going to be brief. I'm going to answer some questions. I'm going to show a couple of quick demonstrations. And then later on, I'm going to do a video showing using this device with the Surface Pro 6 that I have and showing you how easy it is and showing you guys with these accessories later on how much of a multitasking beast this thing is. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. So let's start with the most recent questions, which is how much did I pay for it and what are the specs? So I bought this off Amazon. There's been a fire sale on this. This has been all over YouTube and the internet everywhere, where I picked this device up off Amazon for $414 with taxes. It ended up being $444 even. I paid a grand total of $61 to bring it here from my mailbox service in Miami. It had been sitting in customs for 3 weeks, so I paid a total of $505 and change total. Okay, this is the AT&T version. It has 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage. Now you can buy the 256 gigabyte version. I think it's about 80 to 100 bucks more. I didn't need it, so I didn't really care because I wasn't even sure I would like this until I got my hands on it now, and I love this thing because of all the stuff it can do. Anyway, I digress. Next question was, can it be unlocked through AT&T? Okay, now I'm gonna answer this because I know people are gonna ask, why didn't you get the unlocked version? Why did you get the AT&T version? The unlocked version, depending on where you buy it, on average is about $150 to $200 more than the AT&T version. The AT&T version is a little bit of work, but you can get it unlocked. And the way you get it unlocked is very simple. You first go to AT&T Unlock Phone on whatever search engine you're using, Google, Bing, Safari, whatever. Okay, you then put in the information, follow the prompts, put in the information, you know, if you're an AT&T customer or not. And then what you do at that point is going to ask you for your IMEI. Your IMEI is on your phone in your settings. Go down to the bottom to About. It gives you the IMEI, or you can go to your your box that you bought it in. Go to the side of your box and it shows your IMEI number. You put that in. When you put that in, it'll give you an NUL code. You're going to need that NUL code when you contact Microsoft next. Anyway, they generate that code, then they tell you they send you an email. You need to go to that email and click on it. Because if you don't go to that email and click on it, it'll be just like you never did anything. That's to verify that you got the email. Okay, so you're done with AT&T until they contact you back. It normally takes, from what I understand, 4 days to 7 days for them to let you know whether they will unlock it. Most of the time, they're not going to unlock it. Your next step after you get done with that, make sure you keep a copy of that NUL number because you're going to need it, is to contact Microsoft support team or tech support. Yeah, it's called tech support. When you contact their tech support, all right, you let them know, you know, you want to unlock your AT&T Surface Duo. They're well aware of it. They've unlocked, I don't know how many, but they have a specific team that works directly on unlocking AT&T devices. So then when you let them know that, they're going to ask you for the NUL number. So you give them the NUL number you got from AT&T. The next step after that, they're going to ask you for your IMEI, and then they're going to ask you for your serial number to the device. And then at that point, they're going to generate a work ticket. You'll get three emails from them. The last one is just a thank you for contacting blah, blah, blah. We're working on this as fast as we can. Yeah. And it's going to take anywhere from 10 days to 15 days to get it unlocked. So to save $150 to $200 for me, to wait 10 days to 15 days when I have multiple cell phones already was no big deal for me. Other people, it may be a big deal. So if you would rather have the unlocked version so you don't have to deal with all that, cool. I'm just letting you know what the differences are. Okay, this device, I will say this real quick. If you are someone who's heavily into social media, you want to post a lot of videos, photos, consume a lot of social media, this ain't really the device for you. Keep it at 100. The device for you, if you're looking for a flip device, is going to be the Z Fold 3 or the Z Flip for folding devices. If you want a folding device, or the Xiaomi or the Huawei, you looking for devices like that for social media. That's not what this is. You could do it on this, but the cameras are trash. Just keep it at 100. The cameras on this are trash for social media. This is more of a laptop in a small form that's able to make phone calls and text messages. That's basically what it is. The camera on this is really for Teams, for Zoom calls, for meetings. It's not really for social media at all. That's in my opinion. But you can do social media on here. I even have some of my social media on here, but I would never take photos with this camera and post it to social media. Now, real quick before I get to the next question, okay? Now you have your morning start guide here, your calendar, whatever you have planned, your task, your notes, and you can create notes by text. You can write them. You can do voice. You can put an image here to remind you of whatever your most recently used apps, documents you may have been working on, you want to get back to, your screen time, how many times you unlock the device, your most recently used apps, your photos you may want to go back to. So this is just a quick way to get back to something you may have started on, didn't complete. You can come all the way over if you swipe, because this is your home screen. If you swipe all the way over to your left, this is the way it comes up. And you can rearrange this. You can go down to edit and rearrange how all this is set up. Now, this is set up for me as gestures. I don't have the 3 normal buttons here at the bottom for Android because this is operating on Android. It's not operating on Windows. So with the gestures, you bring it back, it's just going to take you back to that screen, all right? And this is how I have it set up. This is the way it's set up out of the box. You just swipe back over. Now you're back on your home screen. I rearranged all these at the bottom, these apps at the bottom, to the ones I use the most. The same with this side, okay? You do have Google here. You can swipe up from the bottom to get Google on either side, or you can press the button here, or you can just say, hey Google, and it brings it up, okay? So it's Android. It's gonna work the same way on every Android phone. All right, now when it comes to the app tray, I mean, you can pull it up on this side, or you can pull it up on this side, okay? When it comes to notifications, you can pull them down on this side, right? Or you can pull them down on this side. Same thing, okay? They're 2 different screens, but they will work in tandem. Now I have my other apps here, and then I have what's over here, what's called groups. And the way you do groups is very easy. You find something that you want to group together, just as a quick way to put something on both screens. So say I wanted to put, I don't know, let's say maps, and you would just click on it, hit groups, and the clock. I wanted to put those together. You would hit done, and then you would create a name up here, and then boom. You would put a name there, and then you would have what's over here, which are groups. All right, that's how easy that is. Now say, because someone asked me about Google Sheets. Well, I have an app here that has Google Sheets and Google Doc that comes up at the exact same time, okay? I blocked that because my emails are there. All right, so they asked about Google Sheets. So let's go ahead and get rid of this one and this one. Now we just have Google Sheets here, right? So they was like, okay, can I put 2 different spreadsheets on each side and work independently? Sure. So let's pull up one. So here's a spreadsheet on this side. All right. Now let's say I want to add another spreadsheet that's separate. Hit the plus button. Go right here to new spreadsheet. Now I have another spreadsheet. These are 2 separate spreadsheets on 2 different screens. Nothing to do with each other. Okay. So you can start on one. You get done with that one, go over here, or if you need to copy exactly what's on one to the other one, you can do that as well. But yes, they work independently of each other. Now it wants to trip. You just take it and put it in the middle, and you get one big spreadsheet. Now, if you take this and change orientation, you can get it that way as well. Or if you just on one side, like this, right, and you wanted to take it and move it, boom, you could do it like that as well. Now add a sheet, you could do that as well. Very easy. like I said, dude, this is for productivity. This is not a social media device, in my opinion. You could do social media, right? Like here, you know, I got Facebook and Instagram, WhatsApp, translator, banking apps. So that's how easy that is. So this is just a quick overview, trying to answer questions and give you guys an idea of what you're working with. And like I said, these cameras, man, they're trash. Don't even, I mean, if you need to take a photo or a quick video, something cool, and in good lighting, I guess you can get away with it. But me personally, I would never use this for social media cameras. That's why you have these devices, right? Because to be quite honest with you, this device is just an accessory for your other Surface devices. That's the way it works. Apple, Samsung, they all do the same thing. You can buy this and have it work with a Dell computer, an HP computer, by doing leak to Windows, right? It'll work great. But your best experience is going to be with another device that's from the same manufacturer. That's why if you get an iPad, but you have a Dell computer, you know, you just have an iPad with a Dell computer. They don't really work together. But if you get an iPad with a Mac or an iMac, now you got a second monitor. You got a second screen. You can use it now for multiple things. So that's my point with this, dude. It's like, if you have other Surface products, which you can use this independently, if you just want to use it independently, that's cool. But I'm just saying, dude, for the best experience, if you have another Surface device, Surface Pro, Surface Go, Surface Laptop, what is it? The Microsoft Studio 2nd edition, they're getting ready to come out with the 3rd edition. You would have a much better experience. Now, this is not a brand new device. As I mentioned earlier, this device came out last year, this month of September in 2020. Okay, it has an 855 processor. It does not have the 888 processor. But as you can see, it works very well. It's not like it can't handle any task. But if you put a lot of stuff on here, it will bog down. If you got multiple windows open, then you go to try to open something else, it's going to slow down because it's only 6 gigs of RAM. Okay, but the 855 processor itself is capable of handling whatever it is. Now, any other questions you guys have, please leave comments below. But I'm going to do another video showing you using this with the Microsoft Surface Pro 6 that I have here. That's 2 years old. And then these accessories, man. If you want to take your productivity to another level, say you're at a coffee shop, at Starbucks or whatever, and you're looking to use this there and just have your mini computer, all this stuff that you can put in your pocket. Everything I have here is pocketable. With this, all this can go in your pockets. There's nothing here that's gigantic that will feel awkward except these headphones. You know, I would get another set of headphones that's not so bulky. But all this other stuff, just the pencil, the keyboard, and this, you can all put in your front pocket. It wouldn't feel a thing, right? It wouldn't feel like it's just this huge thing in there because all of this is this thing is super thin. In comparison to my iPhone, look how thin, and that's with the bumper on. Look how thin that is compared to the iPhone. Fold it up, okay? The iPhone, it's about as thick as an iPhone with it folded. That's what I'm saying, man. This thing is great. Other than that, I will be back later with a video showing me using it with the Surface Pro 6. And I'm out. Peace. Have a great day.